Okay, so in the second portion, this is the tech plot file that is showing the doping profile and the meshing of the system. Okay, so we will save this one as well with the name of node 1. So this is a command file. Okay, so we just copy it and paste it. So this is a command file. Now we will make the command file. Okay, so close this one. Okay, geometry for gallium antimony base solar cell. Okay, we don't need this one. Okay. Hash is also not read by the command file, so we delete all these things. This is a vertex point. So this is the two regions that we are with the name of region 1, region 2. So here we have the contact definition. So in the contact definition, defining the vertex, then P contact, N contact, P side, N contact, and then we have the doping profile. This is the P type, N type. Now we define the meshing for region 1, for region 2, and here we save the project. Okay, now we make all the changes, so we save it and close it. So the next step, we will pre-process node and run it. So in the first part, what we will see, what we will do, we will just open the boundary file and command file, make the structure defining its doping, contact definition, and save it, and copy all the files in the command mode. So why we will do this? Because if we're directly working on the graphical mode, it will save the project with the name of STE model, and if we make multiple changes or if we make a comparison, then it will be difficult for us to see the changes. So that's why we are prefer to work in the command mode window, because if we make a little change in the command one, it will automatically make changes in the output file. So now we are waiting for the window or for the command window to run for this project. It will take a little time. So the both window will be open, the boundary file and the tech plot file. In the boundary file we will see the geometry definition, contact definition, profile, and in the meshing profile we can see the geometry plus doping profile and the contact definition as well with meshing. But in the SD environment or the boundary file we couldn't see the boundary file. So if we this is the interactive mode. So in this tutorial we will only see how we can work in the command mode, and then in the next tutorial we will see how we can work in the batch mode. The batch mode is quite easy to use, and it is quite more efficient to make all the output very quickly than the interactive mode, because in the interactive mode when we make any changes in the command file, we save it and run it, it will take a little time, but in the batch mode it will execute as more fastly than the interactive mode. So that's why I will like to work on the interactive mode in the batch mode. So it will take time to be open both windows, and we are waiting for this. Another important thing to understand, that if we make any changes, for example for dimension, if we want to change the dimension, we just change the position, and by changing the position or changing if we want to change the material, for example if we want the silicon as a substrate, and on that substrate we want to produce an epi layer of gallium antimony, then what we will do, only change this region 1 name with the name of silicon. The name that will be appear in the boundary file with the complete list of the material. So we just change the name of the material, and it will automatically show the it will automatically change the material in the boundary file and in the mesh file. So the both windows are open. Okay, yes, it's working now. Okay, this is a TechProd window. Click on meshing and off meshing, and if we are working on analytical profile placement, then we can find the doping distribution. But here we use the constant profile, so there is no doping distribution will be observed in the system. So this is the doping concentration. This red one is the N type, and the bottom one is the P type. So save it with the name of N1, already saved in the command file, so it will override this one. So if we make in the interactive mode, if we make any changes, we will save the file again and again, but in the batch mode we don't need to save the file and again it will automatically save the file. That's why the batch mode is more effective than the interactive mode, because it saves a lot of time. So in the next tutorial we will see how we can work on the batch mode file.